Hello, everybody. I'm continuing the masterclass on Sankhya Yoga, and today I'm talking about Yuga Yoga. Yuga Yoga happens when all the planets gather in two signs. Rahu Ketu are not taken into account, and very often Yuga Yoga is accompanied by Kal Sarpa Yoga as well, because the planets are gathering in two signs, and Rahu Ketu have a free will to block that energy as well. Now, we will study Yuga Yoga in your personal chart as well as by transit. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking Yuga Yoga today, part of the Sankhya Yoga Masterclass. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. So with Yuga Yoga, Yuga Yoga happens when all the planets are in two signs, and Yuga Yoga is part of Sankhya Yoga. I'm doing a masterclass on Sankhya Yoga. I'll be looking at all the other combinations. And Sankhya Yoga come under the Navhasa Yoga. So just to let you know, and these are usually studied first in the chart. When you're looking at somebody's birth chart, you first look at whether they have any Navhasa yogas and Sankhya Yoga especially. Sankhya yogas are very easy to tell. We must be conscious that we are not looking at any other planets other than the 7 main planets of Jyotish: Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. So these are the Saptagraha. And as you are aware, in Jyotish, we don't use Uranus, Pluto, Neptune. So those are not what you are studying. So the 7 planets, how they gather together. So when they make a combination, they can have a huge influence on the whole of your life. So, for example, the Yuga Yoga takes place when all the planets are gathering in two signs, and we can experience it if we have it in our birth chart, but also by transit. In the birth chart, when all the planets are gathering in two signs, it also means almost, I would say, 95% of the time that you're also in Kal Sarpa Yoga as well. That means Rahu Ketu are playing a dominant part, even though they are not part of these yogas, these Sankhya yogas. So I have a couple of charts for you here to see. And you see here that the Yuga Yoga, I have the chart of Frank Kafka, the philosopher, John Bon Jovi, the musician, and then King Abdullah, who is the king of Jordan, and finally of Alex Rose of Guns N' Roses. So when you look at these charts, what you are seeing is that all the planets are gathered in two signs only. So there is a natural imbalance in the chart because everything is focusing on just two areas of your life. Remember that all the rulers are placed in those two houses. So it is important to see where these houses are in your chart. But at the same time, according to the classics, all classics feel that Yuga Yoga is very challenging and difficult to have in the chart because karma is getting concentrated. So these are old souls that are born into this life with some important purpose to do. Now, I have a different take to this. While Yuga Yoga is challenging, I do feel when I see clients, and I have many clients with Yuga Yoga in their chart with planets in two signs, that I feel that this is a special chart. Therefore, it needs careful handling because everything is focused on these two areas. So there can be very easy to destabilize yourself. So you have to be conscious and careful that you're not destabilizing yourself, and you are aware that there is some purpose behind you in this life. And usually, materially, this can be dissatisfying, and we have to think a little bit more spiritually as well. And then, you do have again the Kal Sarpa Yoga as well. So look at these charts again of Frank Kafka, uh, John Bon Jovi, King Abdullah, and Axl Rose. All these people are successful in life. You can't say either one of them is not successful, but this is something internally that they feel that they can be stuck in certain ways, or everything seems to be focusing again and again on those signs. So the lords of those two houses also become very important, because they are the final controllers of your life, but they are also placed in those houses as well. So you have to take care, and you have to treat yourself kindly, and understand that it is important when the planets are focusing, that you are focusing your karma on specific things, and it is neither good or bad, it is how you are using it. And because of the natural Kal Sarpa Yoga, Rahu Ketu being hemming in these planets, you do need to be conscious that you are not making mistakes, and you're not imbalancing yourself. Rahu Ketu can become very imbalanced. Now, in the 1962 charts, Rahu was also with the Yuga Yoga. And therefore, it was not really a Kal Sarpa Yoga, but Rahu was there, and then Moon was outside. If you look at the charts that I have shown, Moon is outside that yoga. So Rahu is involved, Ketu is outside, and Moon is outside, but all planets in two signs. So that made it even more complex. But these yogas are not about success or failure. There's something about our inner journey, our inner conflicts that we have to come to understand. Now, by transit, these Yuga Yogas happen. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this masterclass is because in 2022, in February 2022, we have a transit Yuga Yoga. I have made a number of videos about it. And last year in 2021, also we had a Yuga Yoga in February. And in both times, the Kal Sarpa Yoga was present. So you can look back historically at last year, 2021, all the planets were in Capricorn, and Mars was out of the yoga. Mars was in Aries, and Rahu Ketu in Taurus, Scorpio axis, creating the Kal Sarpa Yoga. In 2022, all the planets are controlled by Saturn. So planets are split half in Capricorn, half in Aquarius, and Saturn is in Capricorn, Jupiter's in Aquarius, and again Kal Sarpa is on. And in 2022, we will have this transit Yuga Yoga from 28th February to 3rd of March. It may be slightly different depending on your time zone. But the thing is this, that when it is a transit Yuga Yoga, that means all of us are experiencing this Kal Sarpa, the imbalance of the Yuga Yoga, some issues becoming concretized, some issues becoming, as a world, we could say that they are becoming mature, they are becoming cooked up. So therefore, we will see some things also ending because the planets will spread out. And then, we will have maybe another Yuga Yoga, but maybe not, because by April, Jupiter is going to go into Pisces. And I haven't looked at the future chart, so that is why I'm not confirming or denying. But you see these patterns in the sky by transit, that these are affecting us. So think about what happened last year, 2021, and then 2022 as well for the Yuga Yoga. So I feel that if you have the remedy for Yuga Yoga is, if you have it in your chart, be conscious that you have a focus, the karma is getting mature, and certain areas of your life are more important than others. Of course, the moon and sun will be part of the Yuga Yoga. Therefore, you look at the chart from your ascendant point of view, because then what houses they are, those are the houses where the major karma is happening. And also all the dashas, every dasha you get, it will be either one house or the other, except for Rahu Ketu dashas. But their rulers are also in the same houses. So it's a complicated energy, but understanding it, working with it is very helpful. So look forward to seeing you again. I will be doing the other Sankhya yogas and do watch them. Thank you.